Years ago, I was just starting out as an actor. Well, when you're just starting out as an actor, the first thing you're doing is fail. And I found that rather discouraging. I lived in a ugly little apartment on 45th Street between 8th and 9th, Hell's Kitchen, the highest murder rate in the world. It had the bathtub in the kitchen. The toilet was out the door and down the hall. There was a strange neighbor who peeked every time you went out to the... It was a less than encouraging place to live. I woke up one morning in December, the phone rang. It was an agent. There's a job waiting for you over on Madison Avenue, an audition for a job at least. Put on your necktie, go over there. They're looking for a winner. So I did what I was told, and I'm trudging along with my hard shoes and my necktie, watching my feet as I go, and feeling like anything but a winner. And the stony-faced New Yorkers are streaming past me on the sidewalk on both sides. And I'm feeling more and more discouraged, and suddenly I realized, you know, if I were back home in my little hometown in Farmington, Missouri, I'd know these people. I'd be talking to people on the street. They'd be helping me feel better. Well, I thought, this is my hometown now, so why don't I start talking to people? And that's what I did. So I started greeting these New Yorkers as they come by. Hi, how are you today? You think it's going to snow later? Have you done your Christmas shopping yet? You know, now, most of them, being New Yorkers, figured, no, this is one more lunatic loose on the streets. But a certain percentage of them brightened up and answered me, gave me a smile. And each time I got a little more energetic, and the more energy I put into my little task, the more attention I could see people. I would be greeting some person nearby, and I could see the person coming down the street looking at, as though in anticipation. And by the time they got to me, they were ready for a greeting and ready to return one. Well, and not only that, I could hear after a while people that I had greeted back of me on the street, greeting the people that were following. I realized I've had an effect on the whole street. Well, in those 5 blocks, my attitude flipped right over. I breezed into that audition, and they had no choice but to hire me. I was the happiest guy in New York. So the lesson here is, you don't have to be stuck with what you get. We have an option about what we feel like, right? Now, it's true that every head is a world, but we're not stuck in those heads. We have, fortunately, some holes in our heads. We have 7 holes, right? 2, 4, 6, 7. And that number 7 hole is the crucial one. That's why we come to Toastmasters, is to exercise our mouths. And it's our mouths that let us share our world with each other. It's our mouths that connect us. It's that number 7 hole that we depend on for community, for society, for understanding. Have you been reading the newspaper lately about our prison system? Not to change the subject or anything. There's an article in the Times Magazine a couple of weeks ago that was just terrifying. They have built a new maximum security prison in Colorado someplace. It houses 700 inmates in total isolation. What is the word for it? Solitary confinement. And the article had quotes from all kinds of therapists and psychologists saying, this will drive people crazy. This is insanity. The way we treat our criminals is criminal. Don't you think? It makes me think of Oscar Wilde's famous quote when he was thrown in jail by Queen Victoria. He said, if the Queen doesn't take better care of her prisoners, she doesn't deserve to have any. Well, Uncle Sam, perhaps, doesn't deserve to have the prisoners that it neglects. Other things that have been in the news have you seen SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence? They have now, with our modern telescopes circling around the Hubble telescope, they've discovered thousands of new planets and raised the ratio of planets to life that they think it's inevitable. We will be visited by aliens sooner or later. Sooner or later. So the SETI people are saying, well, let's send them a message now. Let's say, come on, here we are, over here. And other people, the paranoids among us, are saying, wait a minute. Are we sure we want these extraterrestrials with so much more technology, so much more advancement to come and visit us? What are they going to do with us? They'll enslave us. They'll suck out all our resources. They'll turn us into meat. So how can we survive? Well, I think we need to do the same thing with our planet that we do with our individual world. We need to open our seven-hole. We need to communicate together. We need to make ourselves so indispensable to the universe that they want to protect us rather than murder us off and eat us. Think of it. If we were the only planet in the universe that had discovered peace, if we were a tourist attraction, I mean, when we on this planet go to some place for a tour, it never occurs to anybody, oh, let's tear down the pyramids. Let's wreck the wall of China. Let's eat the people in Italy. No. No. We want to protect them, don't we? We want to send them our foreign exchange money. We want to spend good time with them. And we can do the same thing for the universe if we become the only place in the universe that actually obeys the golden rule. Madam Toastmaster.